Hello everyone, I have some great news that I wanted to share with you, and I hope that you guys are as excited as I am about this partnership. But I am honored to announce that I have teamed up with the one and only Shu Uemura, and today I'm going to bring you a personalized makeup tutorial for one of my favorite looks, the wearable brown eye. And I wear variations of this look all the time, and I'm constantly asked for makeup tutorials, so this video today will provide you with a template on how I like to pair textures even when I wear a more monochromatic eye like this. So the hallmark of this project is the custom eyeshadow palette that I designed, and as you can see it is totally wearable, but I chose each color for a specific reason. The pale gold is pearly, but it can also be used as an eyebrow highlight as well as inner corner highlight, and the metallic copper is warm enough that it can be worn all over the lid or just as an accent as I wore it today. Next is the perfect pearly brown, and this is one of Shu Uemura's best eyeshadows. It is silky, creamy, ultra pigmented, and last but not least, a deep dark matte that's not too smoky but versatile enough that it can be worn as eyeliner or to smoke out the crease the way I did it today. I really hope that you find this tutorial helpful, and I'm constantly asked about the Shu Uemura products that I use, most specifically the cleansing oils, but the eyebrow pencil as well. And usually I use a different brow pencil, but today I decided to go with a more natural look, so I'm hoping that this quick review before I jump into the tutorial will give you a little bit more insight as to how I feel about the Shu Uemura products that I've been using for years. I've had this pencil for over a year, and clearly there's still quite a bit left. So if you're a makeup artist or if you fill in your brows every day like I do, then this pencil is an absolute bargain. It's very natural, as you can see, and I did build it up, but the great thing about this pencil is that the pigment only activates when it's on contact with the hair. So it blends in really well with the natural oils on your skin to give you the most natural brow look possible. So that's why I do recommend this, and it's a lot more affordable than the other brow products that I tend to use. Also, I've worn Shu Uemura lipsticks for years, but they recently released these matte lipsticks, and they're so creamy. I usually wear Lancome's matte lipsticks because any other formula tends to be a little too drying on my lips, but these have a more matte effect without drying out my lips. Now for one of Shu Uemura's newest products, their lasting gel pencil, and this eyeliner I was afraid would cause panda eyes and smudge all over the place, but this is now my second favorite pencil eyeliner, second of course to my favorite and beloved Armani Smooth Silk waterproof pencil. And while this formula isn't quite as creamy as Armani's, I find that it's much easier to get a very precise line, and it does not budge. I don't see any transferring, and it only fades at the very end of the day, so I do highly recommend this pencil for those of you who have been struggling to find an eyeliner that doesn't budge. So that was just a quick rundown of some of the products that you'll be seeing in this tutorial. Now of course I did want to stress this eyeshadow palette is one that I created, so of course I'm very proud of it, and I do hope that you give it a try. All of the textures are really well done. Every color is buildable and pigmented. The dark brown is the only one with slight fallout issues, so I highly recommend patting on the color instead of brushing it across the eye to minimize any cleanup. But overall, this is a great palette for any makeup lover or makeup novice, and it's one of those staples that you'll reach for again and again. So now, without any further ado, let's begin with the tutorial. Alright, so first things first, I've already filled in one eyebrow with my Shu Uemura Hard 9 pencil in Stone Gray, so I'm just going to go ahead and start filling in the second brow. This pencil is supremely easy to use, and it's the perfect color for when I want a natural eyebrow. And now that I've filled in the brow, I'm just going to run a spoolie through it just to make sure everything is perfectly well blended. But before moving on to the eyeshadows, I did just want to discuss my base makeup. I had already prepped the skin, as you can see, and I'm wearing the YSL Youth Liberator Serum Foundation in B30. But even before applying my foundation, I used the Shu Uemura Suya Eye Concentrate to prep the entire eye, as well as to prime my lids for eyeshadow application. And of course, you can find all those details down below in the description box. And now moving on to eyeshadow application, I'm going to begin with a soft matte brown, and I'm just going to apply this from the top of the crease all the way up to halfway between the lid and the eyebrow. And this is going to serve as our transitional color. Just make sure you don't neglect the corners and don't pull it too high up the lid. Now that my transitional color is well blended in, I'm going to take my Morphium Blue palette, which was released a couple years ago, and take the shimmery yellow pressed eyeshadow at the top. Of course, you can use whatever you have on hand, but I am using a small synthetic brush to apply it, just so that we get precisely into the inner corner. Depending on what you have in your stash, you can go more gold or you can go more yellow, as I have, for a slightly brighter, more cheerful effect. And finally, I'm going to take my custom tailored Shu Uemura eyeshadow palette, and we're going to start with the pale peachy gold here at the top and sweeping the shadow gently across the arch of the brow. You want to use this sparingly since it has a strong pearly finish. Then I'm going to pat the same eyeshadow onto the inner corner of the lid where we applied the yellow. Next, I'm going to take the other pearly shade in my palette, and I'm just going to sweep this all across the lid from the outer corner and blend it across the entire eyelid. I am blending it through the crease, and this color is very pigmented, so make sure not to overdo it. Then I'm going to take my favorite color from this palette, the metallic eyeshadow, and I'm going to use my favorite eyeshadow brush of all time to apply it to the center of the lids. This is going to add a hint of warmth to the otherwise relatively neutral eye. And now we're going to smoke out the outer corner with the last shade in this quad. So I'm using the same brush, and I'm just going to start by smoking out and pressing the eyeshadow onto the outer corner. And the higher you take this color, the more dramatic your look is going to be. So I'm just going to focus around just the corner, this outer V area here. I'm also going to take that same dark brown and smudge it against the outer corner's lash line. Then I'm going to pick up the metallic color one more time, and I'm just going to line the rest of my lower lash line, connecting the pearly colors in the front with the matte in the back. And that completes our eyeshadow look. You can always take a blending brush and go back and blend out the top line of the eyeshadow if you want that extra smooth finish. But now that the eyeshadow look is complete, I'm going to move on to eyeliner and lashes. So instead of liquid eyeliner, I'm actually going to use a pencil today. This is Shu Uemura's new lasting gel pencil, and I'm going to go ahead and rim my upper lash line first, tugging at the lid to pull it out slightly. Just keep building up the color until you're satisfied with it. And of course, I'm going to do my usual and wing out a little tail here. I'm also going to add just a little bit on the bottom lash line at the very outer corner, just a hint to give it a smooth transition. Don't forget to tightline as well. Just make sure that there are no gaps in the lash line, so that when you put your false lashes on, they don't look like they're floating. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes with my Shu Uemura curler. This is a limited edition gold version, but they do have the standard silver one always on sale on their website. I just like to use this one because it's special and it matches my jewelry today. Now I'm going to apply my Tokyo Lash Mascara, and this really elongates my lashes. It's very impressive actually. It works well under false lashes, and it works well alone too. And now it's finally time for false eyelashes to tie the look together. I'm going to be using the Smoky Layers by Shu Uemura. So as you can see, the Smoky Layers false eyelashes will make a huge difference in amping up your look for nighttime. But if you want to wear this look during the day, all you have to do is wear mascara alone and skip the false lashes. It's a very versatile look, almost like a template. So if you add a little bit of colored liner to your lower lash line, it's a great way to be adventurous with your eye makeup without wearing too much color. And this may be my comfort zone, but I love the variation in texture going on in this eye look. So now we're going to finish off with the cheeks and lips. I'm going to start off with my Glow On blush, and this is a pearly color that's perfect for highlighting the skin and adding a hint of color to the cheeks. So this is a very popular makeup technique in Asia where you're just adding a hint of color to the apples of the cheeks and bringing the color up towards the cheekbone. And now to wrap up the entire look, I'm going to wear a beige lip, and this is MBG 942. It's such a beautiful natural beige, and I like to press it in with my finger just because my lips are on the drier side. So this way I can ensure my lips are ultra smooth and prepared for lip gloss. Speaking of which, I'm going to use one with a hint of shimmer. Obviously, you can keep the effect matte if you would like. And that peach tinge lip gloss is truly the perfect finishing touch for this look. So I hope you enjoyed watching my palette come to life with this makeup tutorial, and if you're interested in the eyeshadows that I used, you can find them down below, as well as all the other products that I showed and used in this video. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!